As more of our real lives migrate to virtual spaces, there's a growing market for research exploring how we behave inside those spaces, as well as how our virtual experiences change us.
So we use computer algorithms to do it automatically. This is a subject who's in the midst of an experiment right now. She's wearing a head-mounted display. That seeing here.
Jeremy Bailenson runs the Virtual Human Interaction Lab at Stanford.
She's actually seeing depth and stereo. You can see that candy coming right into her mouth.
His research shows how the distinctions between real and virtual are becoming blurred, even interchangeable.
Subjects would report afterwards being sick, being full.
It's a subject of intense interest right now to the government, marketers, even the military, all of whom fund his work.
We're not wired to differentiate experiences like this one from actual eating, meaning digital stuff is such a new phenomenon that if it looks real and it feels real, the brain tells us it's real.
And the identification gets even more profound when our avatars wear our real-life faces. Bailenson was able to build an avatar that looked just like me in about 15 minutes.
So now we've built Virtual Doug. I can have him say anything I want.
And that's when the real fun begins.
In one study, we made you 10 centimeters taller than you actually were and had you conduct a negotiation with someone. Having 10 centimeters difference in height from your normal self causes you to be 3 times more likely to beat someone else in a negotiation in virtual reality.
And Bailenson found that advantage persists even after you leave the virtual world.
Regardless of our actual height, you'll then beat me face to face when we have a negotiation. So this stunned us. A small exposure inside virtual reality carried over to their behavior face to face.
All right, y'all, your grandparents are going to leave for a little bit.
But Bailenson's most stunning research involved kids. He calls it the swimming with whales experiment.
Okay, well, I heard a little earlier that when you were 3 years old, 2 years ago, you swam with 2 black and white fish named Fudgy and Buddy. Do you remember swimming with the black and white fish, Fudgy and Buddy? No, you don't remember anything?
We've done studies with children when they see themselves swimming around with whales in virtual reality. A week later, half of them will believe that they'd swam with whales.
Kids actually believe that they've done this?
Absolutely. About 50% of them will believe that in physical space they actually went to SeaWorld and swam with whales.
Does that freak you out a little bit?
You know, people always ask me. A lot of the stuff that we do in the lab says that virtual experiences can profoundly affect you in wonderful and not so wonderful ways. These experiences are happening, and the world is rushing like a freight train towards digital stuff. I just see it as where we're going.